Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Well, good morning and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Justine Stewart.
And I'm Louis Stewart. Hopefully having a good start to your Tuesday so far, as we're expecting another hot one today, Justine.
Yeah, we've been kind of thinking of places we'd rather be where it's just cold. I just want to go somewhere it's cold all the time. Winter sounds good right now.
Yeah, like, you know, Alaska or like Siberia or
wherever.
Something like that. I don't know.
I'm out.
Some cooler temperatures, and maybe not even that cold. Just it'd be nice to get some fall-like temperatures as we get in there, because we're the end of August going into September. Looking at the long-term forecast, it looks like we're going to keep hot summer-like temperatures at least through the beginning of September, with maybe some cool down. We know the cool down's coming. It just doesn't seem it's coming fast enough,
It's not coming fast enough for any of us.
Exactly. So we do, and we also look at that, and also we have to talk about your air quality alert for today, because really that's going to be in place once again, especially during the morning time, but really this poor air quality throughout the afternoon as well, with the air quality alert in place for the following counties there, and that's just going to be in place until further notice. So here's a look at your headlines. High pressure builds in, hot, dry this week. Poor air quality, very smoky, especially in the morning, and then a little bit of a slight chance of some afternoon thunderstorms as we roll through today and tomorrow. So here's your Tuesday's forecast: 94 in Missoula, 93 Kalispell, 92 Hamilton, 88 in Polson, sunny, hot, and hazy with about a 20% chance of a thunderstorm by late afternoon and evening.
There are new evacuation warnings due to the Nelson fire that's burning up the West Fork. The fire was discovered Monday afternoon, and it is showing a lot of activity, quickly growing to about 50 acres. The Valley County Sheriff's Office is ordering evacuation warnings for all residents of Nez Perce Road, west of West Fork Road. That warning includes residents of Bear Hollow Court, Fox Lane, West Fox Lane, and other roads you see there on that graphic. The fire is about 1 mile from the nearest structure. New evacuation orders for the Rice Ridge fire impacting more than 500 homes near Seeley Lake. As MTN's Eric Clements reports, unpredictable winds and continued high temperatures are to blame.
An exodus from Seeley Lake as nearly 600 homes now evacuated as the Rice Ridge fire continues to rage. The call came in at just after 6:30 p.m. Monday evening. It was an unexpected turn of events for crews battling the Rice Ridge fire. Crews were shoring up fire line, and for most of the day, the weather was in firefighters' favor.
The winds were coming out of the west and pushing fire right where we wanted it to go, but the winds shifted.
Winds began blowing from the north, pushing the fire south toward town. It was sudden and fast.
Within probably a matter of a half an hour, it was a pretty significant, pretty fast-moving situation.
Because of the rate at which the fire was growing, the Missoula County Sheriff's Department made the call to evacuate hundreds of homes.
North of Seeley Lake, from Tamaracks Resort, coming all the way back to town and through town to South Boy Scout Road.
There may be additional roads, there may be additional people put on an evacuation order. So it really just depends on how the night plays out. We'll have deputies working around the clock to try to get those families notified.
Though the fire spread to unexpected areas, crews say there is one silver lining. It's moving toward flatter, lower land.
That will allow the firefighters to hopefully make a little bit more headway in there.
Crews are asking people to avoid stopping on the shoulder of the road, and above all, crews say that under no circumstances should anyone fly a drone near the fire, as doing so forces firefighters to ground air suppression.
If that happened early in the day, that would mean we could potentially have an entire day where we didn't have air support. And the growth like what we saw today, we didn't have that air support, we could have a lot more people threatened. We just don't want to take that chance.
In Seeley Lake, Eric Clements, MTN News.
The Red Cross has opened a shelter for evacuees of the Rice Ridge fire at the University Congregational Church. That's at 405 University Avenue in Missoula. All evacuees are welcome. There is no cost to stay in that shelter. However, they are only allowing service dogs. There is no school for today for students for Seeley Swan High School due to this evacuation. School for all high school grades was supposed to begin this morning. MCPS is working with the Sheriff's Office to decide what is next regarding alternative locations if needed, or to determine when the school can safely open again. School has not started yet for elementary and middle school kids. The Lolo Peak Fire has now burned nearly 37,800 acres in the Lolo and Florence areas. It is 32% contained now. Fire managers reporting that while burn operations and mop-ups continue along the fire line, firefighters also assisted in suppressing a new fire start in the Bear Creek area north of Highway 12. This new fire start was not associated with the Lolo Peak Fire. It was suppressed at less than half an acre. Firefighters continue low-intensity burnout operations in the Bass Creek Recreation area. Firefighters are bracing for potential large fire growth, and note that one area of particular concern right now is the One Horse Creek Canyon just west of Florence. Authorities are reminding drivers to not stop along the highway to view that Lolo Peak Fire, which is burning in the Lolo and Florence areas. MDT says because of the close proximity of the fire, no parking or stopping will be allowed on Highway 93 from the intersection of Highway 12 and Lolo south to Bass Creek area in Ravalli County. Drivers should expect heavy fire traffic and possible delays. Also, Highway 12 west of Lolo is open to traffic, but the speed limit has been dropped from 70 to 45 miles per hour in that fire area. The Spraygo Fire burning on the east side of the Lake McDonald area showing no signs of letting up. And specialists tell us the hot and dry forecast does not come as good news for crews. The fire has been burning for more than 2 weeks now, and it's torched about 1,500 acres. According to officials, crews are having some trouble getting boots on the ground because of the steep, rocky terrain where that fire is burning. Resources remain at the Sperry Chalet just in case the fire does make a run towards that area. While the fire has not substantially grown recently, fire officials say upcoming weather may feed those flames.
With the weather forecast that we're seeing, we expect that activity to probably increase in the next couple of days. Isolated light showers and dry thunderstorms are a possibility tomorrow late afternoon, lingering overnight Tuesday, and then Wednesday has our best chance of showers and thunderstorms. So that all has the potential for increasing fire activity. So far the fire has behaved as expected, and so we're hoping that will be the continued situation.
Most of the park is unaffected by this fire, but there are some trail closures because of it. Those are posted on the park's website. Well, we are sounding like a broken record, but just the way it is right now. The wildfires across western Montana have been extremely active for the past couple of days, and several of them continue to produce a lot of heat and smoke overnight. Sarah Cofield with the Missoula City County Health Department is saying the smoke from these fires funnels down into valleys where it becomes trapped under strong inversions. The pooled smoke is going to continue to linger in those valleys. There's a lot of smoke overhead, and as inversions start to break, those of us in the larger valleys will see the local smoke mixed down into our breathing space. All right, let's send on over to Lewis now this morning. He's got the latest look at your forecast.
All right, thank you, Justine. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, it's just kind of getting tired of it, right? There's just so much smoke, so hot, such poor air quality, and it's just going to stick with us. It just does not seem to end. A very long summer so far. Here's a look at your air quality this morning. Hazardous again there at Seeley Lake. Unhealthy Hamilton and Helena. We're in unhealthy for sensitive groups in Missoula and Butte. And again, really here in western Montana, expect this air quality to not get much better, actually get a little bit worse each day as we move throughout the rest of the week, as that high pressure overhead, like we talked about, really allows that air to settle into the valleys during the overnight hours, and then as the nights get longer, it's not able to really get rid of that smoke easier as we move throughout the afternoon times. Here's a couple pictures I want to show for you. How about this one? Another smoky sunset from Stevensville last night, sent in to us by Matt. Matt, thank you so much for that one. And then we have another picture down near Victor that Colleen sent in to us. A lot of these smoky, hazy sunsets continue to come in here to the Weather Center. We love the pictures, fantastic pictures. It'd be nice so if we could just lose the smoke. And nice to just get a normal sunset for a change. 54 there in Thompson Falls, 56 in Polson, 52 in Seeley this morning, 68 in Missoula, 61 Hamilton, 59 waking up this morning in Sula, so a pretty mild start to the day. As far as your radar goes, not a lot happening out west, and that's because a big area of high pressure overhead is keeping our skies clear. Now, this low pressure system here is going to give us those about 20 to 30% chances of rain showers and thunderstorms by this afternoon. A cold front is going to roll through starting tomorrow, so temperatures dropping into the 80s Thursday and Friday. By no means cool, still above average, but instead of the 90s, we're going to be in the 80s on both those days. We'll look at that in your 7-day forecast. Upper air map. Not much changing here. Look at this ridge that's just continuing to build all throughout the rest of the week. Into the weekend, we're still seeing this ridge of high pressure overhead out west. And then by next week, it even gets bigger. We're talking about 90 sticking with us. This is Tuesday, September 5th, all the way into the beginning of September, even as we push into the following weekend. It's going to be a stage of like 2 different seasons. Hot summer weather out west, cool, more fall weather out east. It'd be nice once we get that sort to shift, but it doesn't look like that's going to be with us at least for quite some time. Here's your 7-day forecast for Hamilton. 90s today and tomorrow, a little bit cooler Thursday and Friday, right back up into the upper 80s and 90s by the weekend and into next week.
All right, well, thanks, Lewis, and make sure you stick around. We're right back after this, but first, here are some birthday shout-outs for you this morning.